So, the first lucky.
Let's go. I'm with the lid flip. It's a foot-operated toilet seat lifter. It is one of the slickest little operations you've ever seen. It comes up with the problem with men using the bathroom and not putting the seat down. That was 20 seconds. Okay. It's now be nationally sold in Lowe's Hardwares. Does the seat stay up or down? Okay. With this, the seat stays down. It automatically lifts it up for you. Okay. This is as you sit down to it, stand up to it. As the lift it stays down. Why is it sitting up? Okay. Seat preferences. 50% do prefer it being up, while the other half prefer it down. This has always caused a problem within families, and we need a remedy for this. So we've come up with our product to deal with this equal balance of demand. The problem? This consensus is impossible. We've been going at this for years, for centuries. At the beginning, when they first built the first toilets and such and put toilet seats on them, there was a problem from the very beginning. Was it too cold? Was it big enough? And who isn't picking it up? This is a peace treaty for the Battle of the Sexes. We finally come up with a solution to how this works out, is with this. This will be a method for controlling the urges of women to get angry at the men, and it will balance, the problem out so that there's peace within the family. How does it work? Well, first you step on the pedal to lift the toilet. It goes up. This is a nice way for the man, especially. He can see that it is. It should be right here next to the front of it. Everything is in place. There's no reason not to use it. Men, there's no reason not to use this. Step off the paddle, and conveniently, as you're finished, okay? And remember, when you're finished, man, don't get in a hurry about this. I know guys do this all the time. Give it a moment, take your foot off the pedal, and it will return to the proper location. And how it works in step 3, once you've done this, I'll tell you, the whole family enjoys this. It's actually a fun operation to do, too. Okay? You can use it when you're cleaning it. You can do it. You can say, honey, it's your turn, and flip it a few times, okay, to show her that it's clean, that you've cleaned it and stuff. Everyone is happy. This is an equal, beneficial compromise for everything. And why should I leave it up? Well, many people do say it is pretty gross that, the toilet, but the toilet's supposed to be clean anyway. I mean, I can argue it in that way, but... Wow, okay, but it's validated. It's better to just, if you need to use it, use a urinal as opposed to the toilet. How many slides have we had? Okay, we're validated. I validated that this is the better way, is to use the urinal for men and the toilet seat for the women. How do we make money on this toilet seat? Well, what we found is that if we can find the homeowners, and we found them in the past, is that homeowners, as home builders and homeowners alike, once you've introduced them to this and show them the easy access to it, it is widespread now that the acceptance of that the toilet seat must be up for men and down for women. This solves that problem. It only costs $3. I mean, my gosh, for that. There are women who will just, they will sell their jewelry to make sure that we all have this. Everyone can afford it, okay? In fact, we could just put in a tax that all houses have to have this from now on. In fact, that's what we're looking for, regulation to ensure that all houses must have this installed in new houses. And who are our customers? Well, it's Ken and Barbie, to be exact, because Barbie's always complained, We're looking for upward mobile young people who want that clean feeling that the toilet is always fresh, it's easy to operate, there's never a mess. These people are upwardly mobile, and especially the young people. This is the most important for young people, older people. And who's the competition? Well, The competition are the people who don't put up the seat. People don't understand this, that they grew up with it, the competitions. It's always been this way. It costs you more. Okay? It's more clutter, it's overhead, it's regulations. We don't need these kind of regulations on us. That they have a monopoly on the toilet seats to begin with. And here are one of them, the outhouse makers of the world. They've been against this since the very beginning. We've made inroads against them, but still, they have their point. There's nothing more classy than and how we will market. How we'll market this thing. We will market this as the modern invention of the 21st century. No longer will people in this century have the problem and the arguments over it, over the toilet seat. We're looking at new generation of people. And finally, it'll keep the bowl so darn clean your cat can even sit in it if it wants to. It's that good. I say that this will be the leading product of the 21st century. And flip, thank you. Oh, then the flip. And thank you very much for your cooperation.
Go ahead. What the heck? Yes. Squirrel Masters LLC. If you haven't heard of it before, you will shortly. It's going to drive you nuts. So we're all about turning pests into our friends. Pests into pals. Imagine that. Everybody can have a friend, especially if you live near trees. 20 seconds is a long time. What's the problem? Too much to do at home in our work and personal lives. We're all very, very busy. You could point to tonight for an example. Everybody showed up late. I'm sure it's because they had other activities. But we've got a solution. Going to help people get organized, and I'm looking forward to finding out what it is. Problem. Underutilized resource. Yeah, it could serve as a nose picker. I don't know what else I could say about this. This kind of speaks for itself, this slide. Squirrels drive us nuts. Squirrels are cheap equals cheap labor. I wish I had the lid flipper.
You can turn that into your buddies. These are your buddies now. They're going to help you.
Well, apparently, yeah, they found the lid flipper because the toilets are open there with a nut. Innovative business model. I wish I wasn't second. Boy. Squirrels.
Put them to work.
What do? Squirrels do not like to work. Everybody knows that. I mean, they're lazy. They're always looking for free food. It's like corralling the toughest workforce in the world to get squirrels to go to work. This guy's just hanging out at the bars. In fact, he's a drunk. Apparently, they're disciplined. I guess the monkeys apparently are a lot more disciplined than squirrels. Wow. I think that's Spencer's Butte in the background or something. Oh, they're armed, loaded for squirrels. Are those squirrels? I can't even tell. Oh, okay. Thank you. I can tell they're squirrels, and I appreciate the flip back.
It's not you, it's the...
I love squirrels. Not me.
I'm gonna have this.
Oh man.
Is this like the hook in the talent shows? Slideshow over. Rigorous due diligence. Squirrel manufacturers are costly and tarnish the brand. Boy. Another great slide.
God, look at the teeth on that thing.
Yeah, this guy, he's ready to go hand-to-hand, mouth-to-mouth combat. This guy's well-armed. He's got the beret. Probably got some almonds in there. The market, apparently it's 180 million US dollars.
Or squirrels. 100 million squirrels.
That's just the shell. You get inside the nut, even bigger. So Mark, we got 180 million squirrels times 100 million busy people. You can do the math. That's a lot of zeros. I think that's 3 times the Earth's population. Just looking at it. So the market. You hear about limitless markets. Well, in this case, it's true. Competitors. Well, you got your female hunters apparently.
Trappers of some kind.
Yeah. And then Chip and Dale, those bastards. They're gonna be looking for a piece of this action. Oh, Squirrels for Peace, yeah. They have a huge cell right here in your gene. Hanging from every limb.
They're damn hippies, too. Oh.
See, our CEO's an Academy Award nominee. You might recognize him. Maybe not. He's supermodel, serial dater, and millionaire. He rode the Titanic. CSO, the People's Champion, G.I. Joe, NCAA football champion, and a Squirrel Master founder. He's the core of the nuts right there, this guy. He started this whole thing. Took it from an acorn to feeding the world's squirrel population. Okay, the Squirrel Roundup. We need 100 squirrels for training pilot project. If any of you have any pet squirrels at home or some you just like to get rid of and they're cooperative, we'd be interested in talking to them. Successful conversion of 40 to go to market. So we're looking apparently for 40 really special squirrels. We're looking for a few good squirrels. Future directions. Oh, squirrels with their lightsabers? Or is that, or are those balloons?
For protection.
Yeah, okay. Technical skills, we need, squirrelographers. Pedigrees. That's a squirrel on steroids, I guess. And fighting squirrels.
I guess that's it.
Okay.
Now we got, our future.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Robert Killen, and I'm here tonight to represent guacamole, artisan guacamole on the go. Guacamole does not get the respect that it deserves in our society today. Guacamole is everything south of the border, and it needs to become everything here. Everyone loves guacamole. Not only do we love guacamole, it's good for you. Guacamole, it's made with olive oil, which is the best oil you can have, and it's made with the best fruit, the fruit that's green and mushy and with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of olive oil. There's never enough. And that's the problem. There is never enough guacamole in the world. And if there were more guacamole, we would eat more guacamole. We would be healthier. We would be happier. Everybody would be happier. Our kids would be happier. Our wives would be happier. Everybody's happy. Get it with a lid flip and guacamole, and you're set. How much guac do we eat? 79 million pounds of guacamole. In my opinion, that's not nearly enough. That's just during the Super Bowl, all right? But during the Super Bowl, that is the high time for guac. Everybody gets guac for the Super Bowl. We provide an opportunity to get Super Bowl-like guac anytime, all day long. We have our solution, on-demand guacamole delivery, and this is only the start. Right now, we're just delivering. We are soon going to have a pack that actually makes the guac fresh on your way. You just attach the bicycle to a little churner inside the pack. It works great. So it's like Uber, but for chips. Now, I have no idea what this slide means, but I love the giant picture of guac there. That is awesome. How it works. Obviously, apps. We are in the age of apps, so you just need your guac app. Your guacamole app, and all you do is, where are you? Tap it. We're on our way. We're on our way with your guac. I don't know what other steps we're going to have here, because that's really all you need. Step 2, well, this is step 2. Obviously, we're trying to get the churner to work in there, but this guy, he's not working out. You can just tell by his face. He is not going to be a long-lasting guac employee. And that bike doesn't turn either, so that's a problem. But as long as you're straight down the road, it works. All right, so step 3, be happy. I mean, you got your guac. We provide the guac, and kids love it. Kids are getting healthy and fat, and our wives are getting healthy, and we don't say fat. And we just eat as much guac as we want. And the great thing about this is that we make a lot of money. Okay, so customer validation. How many people love guacamole? 90% of people surveyed do, 10% don't, and they lie. So that's the truth. Everybody loves guac. There is nobody who doesn't love guac. It's a physical impossibility. So we're validated. Everybody loves guac. We need more guac. We're going to provide it. All you need is a phone, the app, and our one-way bicycle. All right. So where do we go from here? We wait around. Well, it's pretty obvious how we're going to make money. First, I guess I'm going to have to tell you, because this is a full disclosure type of presentation. We're going to have to muscle some plantation owners in South America. Currently, they're growing things that aren't good for our society. We can convert those into guac. But we're going to have to give them a lot of drinks to make that happen. So we've got our plan. This is our plan to essentially drunk up the plantation owners all throughout South America until we get control so we can have enough avocados. Is that the right fruit? Yes, enough avocados to make truckloads of guac. So who are our customers? Well, obviously, it's not 90% of the world. Those are just those who say. It's 100% of the world because everybody loves guac. And, of course, anybody who eats a chip. Because what's a chip without guac? Now, I don't know if I'm gonna show it here, but we're looking into other types of guac too. So I have a friend of mine went to South America, started making sweet mango salsas. Love that. So we're looking at guac and maybe guac mango guac salsa combinations. So far they've been gross, but we're looking forward to a success there. So who's our competition? There is no competition. I mean, they're going to put up some salsas or ketchup or something up here, and it's just a wasted effort. There is no competition for guac. Oh my gosh, well that is ugly. Granted, we're using bikes, but bikes are a great way to transport. They're the most efficient method of human transportation. We could use drones. If somebody wants to compete with us again, using drones, I'm happy for them to give it a try, because we can shoot down the drones. And nobody's going to complain because we're not hurting anybody. So how are we going to market? How we will market? I'm just going to go to places and stand up and talk like this. That's how we're going to start. And after that, we are going to put guacamole coupons inside piñatas, because kids are going to get so excited. They go, "Dad, look at what I get." They don't know what they get, but look what I got. Their dad's going to go, "Guac, outstanding." So that's a big part of our marketing program, and gosh, you got to love it. Guac all the way. Thanks.
And I'm here to pitch to you Snapchat, instant messaging for cats. Snapchat's very innovative and provides a value that we all need today, especially for cats. Those of you who have cats know full well that cats, when they communicate together, they need a few additional instruments, if you will, to provide that communication a little more effectively. There's just not enough cats on the internet. Grumpy cat, forget it, he's only one. There's plenty more out there. Oh my. Our marketing department thought the grumpy cat kind of looked like this, so we we tied that in. So knowing that there's this plethora of cats out there, but not on the web, the problem is that cats are missing out on content creation. Our cats are very innovative. Cats are very ideation related. They love to create and conceive. The problem is that they cannot connect to each other on the internet. Their paws are very temperamental. Cat photos on the internet, you'll notice our research department found that 90% of them were taken by humans, and only 10% of those were done by cats. We need to solve this problem. We need to flip the tide and allow the cats to be able to post photos of themselves, selfies, and the like. So our solution, we're going to be building an app for cats to share photos with other cats, not with humans. Sometimes when we look at a cat photo that was produced by a human, it's all cute and fuzzy and everything else, and that definitely relates to humans. Cats prefer not to look at that. In fact, the butts, the tails, some of the fur on the back, those are more important. So how does it work? Well, it's Snapchat for cats. So cats, we found, really own a significant amount of smartphones and mobile devices. And therefore, they need a better facility for them to be able to engage with other cats. So how does that work? Number one, they take the mobile device, the phone, and they bite it. When they bite the actual phone itself, the app goes ahead and turns itself on, gets the flash ready, and points the camera in the appropriate direction. Number two, cats take their paw. Y'all have seen cat paws in the past, I assume, yeah? They have no thumbs. And so what we do is we use the pads of their paws directly on the phone itself, and the phone will automatically go ahead and take their picture. When we move on to step 3, Lord knows what that looks like, bliss. Cats now have a representation of who they are in 2 dimensions on their smartphone. It's amazing, and our research has also indicated that nobody else does this. It's amazing, and we can't figure out why, because there are a significant amount of cats in the world today. So here's how we validated. Our marketing department found that cats, mostly, 43% of them, meow. So 27% of them double that and meow meow. And we also found that 15% purr, 6% sniff, and a whopping short amount, 8% scratch. I don't know what that does with picture taking, but we validated that cats at least do something. And therefore, in that doing something, we found that the mobile device and the phones for cats is a natural. That's an ugly cat. So how are we going to make money? Well, obviously we have a fantastic disruptive idea for cats. Now we just have to make sure that we can monetize it. So how are we going to do that? Great question. You could probably ask her that yourself. Do cats even have money? We say yes. We say yes. Number one, we're going to take all the foreign currency that cats have found hidden inside the closets and behind the drawers of parents that actually go out and do worldwide travel. That money is currency and usable by cats to us to fund their Snapchat chat. So who are our customers? Well, our customers are cats, and our users are cats. We've done a lot of research, by the way, our sales department did on the customer base for this. Obviously, it's international. And cats, as I said before, both the customer and the user. Motorola, Apple, they're the people who own the phone, so we kind of discount that. But cats are the ones that will pay us in that foreign currency to be able to have the pleasure of downloading the app, putting it on their mobile device, using their paw, again, no thumbs. Who's our competitors? Well, you may be surprised to know that dogs have this capability already today. In addition, if I had a clicker, we'll show you. It's a surprise. Just hold on. Dogs. Right? research indicates that there are just as many dogs in the world as there are cats, and humans generally pamper their dogs a little bit more than they do their cats, and therefore the apps for dogs are already in existence today. However, those apps have an ecosystem of dog only, and therefore cats are relatively excluded. So how are we going to market? Well, we're not going to be marketing to the dogs, and we're not going to be marketing to the people. We're going to be marketing directly to the common house cat, as well as some of the bigger cats that tend to roam around the woods that we had here apparently. if y'all saw the news this morning, or live next to the park that's right down the way. So what we're going to do first, we're going to embed the app in soft hand-knitted mice. Why? Well, research also indicates that cats like mice. How much so? Well, about 90% is what market data is telling us. And we paid a lot of money for it, so we actually do need some seed money to go ahead and move beyond that. So I'm Jeff, and I presented SnapCat to you today, the mobile device for communication between cats. Thank you.
Regift me. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Isn't that the truth, though? How many times have you gotten that gift and you're thinking to yourself, there's no way. But the holidays are coming, and they are. What better time of year to have a gift? Think about that sweater you got for your dog. And maybe you have a cat with SnapCat. And you're saying to yourself, you know, that doesn't fit me, but doesn't really fit him either. But I think I know somebody that it will fit. In fact, it's the numbers speak for themselves. Paperweights and socks lead market share here. Ugly sweaters and toothbrushes, though underwear, you know, that's something that people actually could enjoy. But the problem is, who wants to keep a crappy present? I don't, you don't. So what do? We either sell it on Craigslist, maybe it's going to be listed, maybe it's not, eBay. But, you know, a penny saved is a penny earned. So let's turn a problem into a solution. It's the Craigslist for crappy presents. Now that's something that would definitely need to be regifted. Difficult because someone's obviously had a bite. What do you do now? Now, I think you've got to rebake before you regift. This is, you know, a terrible present, but if you were going to make some mice for a SnapCat app, you've got some materials here. You've got some raw materials for that. But I'm thinking regift to maybe a sixth grader who's going out for soccer. So anyway, so here's how it works. You take something crappy, you go to step 2, and you basically list it here in California or any place you happen to be. Bay Area, perfect. Let's look at that demographic for a minute. Here we go. Actually, this looks like Eugene, except they're not wool. Obviously, somebody swapped out some wool socks for some cotton socks. But the look says it all. Here we are, ready to watch for some cougars in Hendricks Park. And you're set. So what would you trade up for? Better present, some hard cash, a tax write-off. Tax write-off, probably not. That's actually something you can't do, and I don't recommend that. But a better present, cold hard cash. You be the judge. I would take either one, but probably a better present might not be forthcoming. You might have to go through this again. And again, this is a validated technique. It really requires nothing but having some friends that actually will give you a gift. So with the holiday season coming, what better time of year to enjoy this product and make some friends of your friends. So how are we going to make money with this? First of all, you're going to save money by not having to buy a gift for that next person that you owe one to. The trick is how they will give you something for having given them a gift, and that means parties, events, free rides, and maybe some cash in the mail for your gift, or in this case, some type of a blister pack of some drug that they couldn't use. I don't know, but obviously someone's having a heck of a good time. And who are our customers? Really, seriously, they're anybody and everybody, and that is what a market share is all about. It is having that reach, having that ability to bond with friends, family, and anybody that can fog a mirror. For example, the twins that were in Facebook, there they are right there. They're wearing their sweaters, and I don't know about you, but I don't know. Would you not want to keep those? I mean, maybe not. They look like they took them from their grandmother. But who's competition? Who is giving those gifts that nobody really wants? People that shop at TJ Maxx, other discounters that have a special on aisle 47, a blue light special, and obviously one of the biggest selling markets, not the gift card market, which is pretty hard to give somebody a crappy gift. This is something that I would never trade for or re-gift, unless you happen to not like to fish or shop or eat or go to restaurants. So how will we market this? And why is the slideshow taking so long? So we are going to take every gift that we ever got, clean out our garages, our attics, our closets, and some of the painted water puppets from Vietnam as well that you might happen to have that are very evocative of some of those feelings that we share from time to time on rainy days in the Northwest. We will definitely appreciate your business, and may the magic of Christmas bring you joy and happiness, and maybe we'll just rename who that card went to at the same time we give you that crappy gift. Thank you very much.